Asher Mitchell and the Huntington Beach Oilers, incredible battle here at Loyola. Not the exact way that they envisioned going into to the postseason, but obviously it proves once again that on any given night, you guys, Loyola, Miracosta, Redondo, any of those 4 teams believe that they can be Southern Section champions. What do you take away from the third and fourth sets? Just in terms of that, that fight, to be able to say, hey, we don't want, and then also, what do you take away from the fifth set to be like, we don't want to feel that way again in the postseason?
I think it all comes down to focus and energy. Any set, any time of the game, it's all focus and energy. How bad do you want it? Do you have that dog in you? Do you not? And I think a lot of our guys showed that tonight, that we really want that, especially during the fourth and third set where we were really scrapping to get there, and then towards the end of the fifth set where it was pretty tooth and nail fight. It was definitely just focus, energy, wanting it, all that stuff.
In terms of what you felt like was working for you guys from a systematic standpoint, and you're really being able to attack certain areas, for them defensively, what were you encouraged about, or optimistic about? Because you're a very intelligent scholar athlete, Asher. You know that you could be right back in this gymnasium, for a semifinal. I think that this match, likely was going to decide the 2 seed, maybe no worse than the 3. So you could have to come back here all over again to get to a final. So what were you uplifted about in terms of kind of what you guys solved in that puzzle, and then obviously what needs to be a little bit polished to get you guys over the hump?
I think that something we did really well was the stuff that we didn't do that good. Buff pass, and then we get a good high ball set out there, get a good swing out of it, and then on defense, playing the numbers, playing where guys are going to swing at, playing where they're going where they're not going to swing at. I just think that our pins were really good tonight. I mean, Ben Arguello, Logan Hutnick, Colin Choi, they're all really consistent guys. We know what we're going to get out of them on any given night, so I think that's just kind of what flows for us really well.
I appreciate you highlighting that. Obviously, that's as good of a trio as anybody in the state of California, if not the United States. Do you feel, and Carter, makes brilliant decisions. He's so mature and so poised beyond his years. Do you feel like that you guys need to get Keno more involved and just have a not a dominant middle attack, although he's great, but just enough to keep defenses honest, so they're not focusing as much on Blake and Logan and Colin in the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that any good team has good middles, and we have 2 great middles. Really consistent guys. They hit really good numbers. I think that it's all about our opponents respecting our middles enough to kind of pull away from our pins to where they can't just leave the middle wide open, free cookies every time. And I just think that our middles are really good. They're really good with Carter, who's a tall setter. Tall setter, tall middle connection works really well. Just when we give him the ball, we know exactly what we're going to get from him for sure.
Stay healthy. Best luck going forward. Can't wait to see how all this is going to play out. I think obviously there's 4 teams that really believe they can win, but if Corona Del Mar rediscovers its form from earlier in the year, maybe you throw 5 in there. But we certainly know the Huntington Beach Oilers are not only chomping at the bit to now get back at Loyola, but certainly Miracosta as well. And a big reason why is the fantastic defense of Asher Mitchell. 15 digs in the final 4 sets. Great work tonight, man.
Thank you.